It's the Hump Day edition of the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, brought to you as always by Lay of the Land, taking a look at those top stories making the headlines right here in Israel. And if you want the headlines that you might not see in your mainstream media, look no further than the Israel Brief. All of our previous broadcasts are up on our YouTube channel. I'll give you those details a little later, and also on the Lay of the Land website. But hey, let's dive into those news headlines because that is why you are here. And at least 6 Palestinians have been reported killed and 71 injured during heavy clashes between Palestinian gunmen and IDF soldiers in Nablus. Now it is believed that senior leaders of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad as well as other terror groups are amongst those killed. This comes as clashes broke out while IDF soldiers surrounded a building where 2 terrorists are hiding inside. They are believed to be responsible for the murder of Staff Sergeant Ido Baruch from the IDF in October last year. And they're also responsible for other terror attacks. The IDF have surrounded the building, and as of yet, we are still waiting for them to be arrested. Meanwhile, Hamas have reportedly said that they are losing patience. However, it doesn't take much for Hamas to lose patience. In other news, just a short while ago, the Knesset passed the preliminary reading of the Dairy 2.0 law. This will see the Supreme Court be able to be overruled on any appointments of ministers and could see Aryeh Deri reinstated as a minister in the Netanyahu government. Now, just several weeks ago, the Supreme Court ruled that he could not stand or serve as a minister in the government. He was the Minister of Health and also of the Interior because of his previous criminal record. Meanwhile, last night, Prime Minister Netanyahu urged the opposition to join him in talks regarding the proposed judicial overhaul. However, the leader of the opposition, Yair Lapid, said no talks until the legislation stops. Yesterday, the UN High Commissioner on Human Rights, as well as the German Justice Minister, also expressed their concerns about Israel's proposed judicial overhauls. And in a very, very unusual move, the Jewish Federations of North America wrote an open letter to both Prime Minister Netanyahu as well as the leader of the opposition, Yair Lapid, urging them not to change Israel's system of governance. One of the big issues that is up in the overhaul is the proposed override law. This would see a Knesset majority of 61 be able to overrule or overturn any rulings of the Supreme Court. Chaos broke out at the Kotel, that is the Western Wall, earlier today, where Women of the Wall, an all-woman reform group who often wear prayer shawls and the tefillin boxes, clashed with activists from the far-right Noam party as they held their parade of Torahs. This is in celebration of Rosh Chodesh, or the start of the month, and it is something that they do quite regularly. They did their parade in the main plaza of the Western Wall, and this prompted the Noam activists to take over the egalitarian section that has been set aside for egalitarian prayer and start to put up divisions between men and women until the police escorted them away. The parade was ended relatively peacefully. An earthquake occurred earlier today off the coast of the Mediterranean, measuring about 4.2 on the Richter scale. The tremors were felt here in Israel. Now, this is the latest in a series of tremors that Israel has been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. Meanwhile, the death toll in the deadly earthquake on the border of Syria and Turkey is up to 47,000. And there have been reports that journalists are starting to be harassed by various parties inside Turkey. Meanwhile, an earthquake occurred yesterday measuring 6.3 on the Richter scale, and at least 6 people have been killed and 300 injured as a result of the earthquake. So that brings me to the end of today's top stories. Don't forget to join me on the Israel Brief again tomorrow. But in the meantime, check out our daily broadcast on our YouTube channel at the Israel Brief. Like, share and subscribe. Our website is layoftheland.online. That's layoftheland.online. Our Facebook page is at Lottel Site. You guys know what to do. Like us, follow us, share us, all that jazz. We're on Twitter at layoftheland5. And that's it for today. And I'll see you again tomorrow before we head off into your weekend. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief. Thank you for watching.